Okay, today is the day to sight in the nice red dot, the Romeo 5. We're going to get that sighted in today on the shotgun. And before we shoot it today, I thought I'd show you one little trick of the trade here, and that is this has a gas piston right there. And if you've got that action blocked to the rear, that gas piston is on the move. You can easily move that around and see it in motion. So we'll leave it to the rear like that. Take some good quality gun oil. And we're going to go ahead and oil that. This is FP10 CLP, and I've even blended in a little bit of 100% synthetic transmission fluid just for fun to get a nice smooth shift on here. Grandpa's kind of a cheapskate, and somebody left me a gallon jug of that flopping around in my garage. So if that looks bright red to you and you say, well, I've used FP10 before and it's never been bright red before, well, that's because it's got the old automatic transmission fluid. So that's the end of that story. And go ahead and cycle that a few times. Make sure it works. I've already greased the action. I wanted to get that done before I shoot it today. And again, if that's locked, you can always move that around. So the carrier right here, or operator that has the two pins on it that pushes, it's floating around in there. You can see the stainless steel on it. If you hold your fingers on it, you can let the gas piston go forward and you can see the stainless steel sleeve. I'm gonna go ahead and give that a couple of drops too. I want this gun to run smooth without any excuses today. So there's a few drops on that little stainless steel sleeve. And then cycle it. If you can hear that move back and forth, then you know your shotgun is clean enough to shoot. The next step we want to do is I'm going to show you the best way to load this gun. Today we're going to be using this Cellar and Ballad ammo right here. This is a 3-inch, they call it an all-new breed of hunting ammunition. It's a 3-inch shell, and it is a magnum shell. That's what we want today. We want the gun to have plenty of horsepower to operate. There's what they look like. It's a 2 3/4-inch shell. You can clearly see the pellets. Let's see how many pellets that's got. That is 12 gauge, 3-inch, 15 pieces of double-aught buck. So you've got 2 6-shooters, so it'll be 12 shots, and half again as much would make the 15. So that's 2.5 6-shooters shooting at something all at one time. Imagine that. That's a lot of horsepower. So the way that I want to load this gun today, I'm going to show you a trick of the trade again on this. Here's the way I do it. Go ahead and let that bolt go forward like that. This bolt release on this gun does not work very good if you have a full mag in it. It just does not work very good at all for me. So what we're going to do is go ahead and put our safety on. Make sure it's in safe mode. By the way, on this gun, if you are in safe, it will take care of a lot of problems that you might have during a loading. You might have a slam fire or something of that nature. So always put your gun on safe to make sure it is safe. We're going to take a fully loaded magazine that's got 5 rounds in it, and I'm going to go ahead and stick it in there. And you don't want to slam this because these can go past those stop points if you get too carried away. But you want to go in, do a pull, make sure that it will hold good. And then what I like to do is just go ahead and pull this to the rear and let it fly. Pull it hard to the rear, let it fly. And if it doesn't go in all the way because it's a brand new gun, give it a little bump like that. No problem at all. So it is a brand new gun. It's going to have some break-in, and today we're going to do a little bit of that break-in stuff. I would like for that to just grab the shell up. It usually does, but of course if you're on video, it's going to show off and show you the problems. That's what we're here for today, is show you any issues. So this gun is definitely, I polished a few pieces here and there, but it still needs to go through break-in. I've watched guys shoot these in 3-gun competition, so I know that they can run and they can work. I'm going to have to slide all that back here in a minute. And I've got another camera down there we're going to shoot. Let me show you what we're shooting at. We're down here on the farm. Out there at 25 yards away, we're going to be shooting. It looks like a dryer over there, but we've got a nice regulation target with a little black circle on it right there. That's about the size of about 1.5 inches, I think, circle. And we're just going to try to pattern this red dot today. I'll get this where you can see my craziness. That stock is an interesting stock because it has a pogo spring in the back of it, like a pogo stick. and we're hoping that it will eat some of the recoil that shotguns are prone to have with a 3-inch magnum. So here we go, let's do some shooting. I'll go start that other camera real quick, and let's get Grandpa down here in the shooting position. Young Grandpa. Got all my protection on, eye protection, got to do some ear protection. This magazine will not like to be back here where it's at, so let's get him out of harm's way. We'll get him way back here like that. Hopefully I'll still be on camera. Take that safety off right there, and we'll clamp that thing down good and tight. We're not doing sniper position today, we're just shooting for group. And see how much it likes this red dot. So here we go. We'll check out the recoil on it, see if it recoils on me real bad. Alright, I'm centered up in my circle. Here we go. You can definitely tell that that is some serious buckshot, and the choke I've got in that is a choke 4-cylinder, so it did not do a whole lot of choking. We'll go have a look at that, and I'll be right back. Well, I'm happy to say that it looks like it kicked the shell out no problem, and let's see if it chambered up a new fresh round. I believe it did, but I want to check that before I make my next shot. And it did. Next round is ready to go, so that's great. I've got the safety on again, and that did not pattern very good, but that's okay. I've got a cylinder in there. This is kind of set up for home defense, and we'll try some different chokes in it. Right now the cylinder is literally just round, just a round, and I want to come left and up on this. So this kind of adjustment on these particular scopes, it does not do very much at this distance, so I'm going to do several clicks up. The cap on these has a screwdriver built into it, so we're going to go up about let's see how many clicks we get. See if I can feel a click. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I did 10 up, and we will do 10 left. Most scopes, they'll tell you it's going to be a quarter or a half or 1 MOA at 100 yards, and so all your adjustments at 100 yards you have to multiply times 4 if you're at 25. We do not want to come right, we want to go left, and I'm going to do the same number. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 left. All right, here we go again. Let's make sure I get my hearing protection, because that 12 gauge is pretty loud. A 3-inch magnum shooting off of a bench is pretty punishing, but that stock has already proven itself with one shot to me. It has already proven itself that it is quite the pogo stick, and it is eating some of the recoil. I'm going to hang on to the grip this time and bring it into me tight, and let's have another go at it, as they say. Yeah, that's quite a handful. Put it on safe. Let's go ahead and check that right now. I'm not seeing where my shell is going, but we'll check that and see, and I see a live round ready to go. That's a great sign. I like that. So we're doing two things here. Put it on safe. We're doing two things today. We are checking the red dot scope to see its alignment, and we're also checking functionality of the gun. I'm gonna see if I can find those cases out in the yard here in a minute. They probably are kicking, they're kicking way out there. That's great. That is great. They're out about 10 feet away from the gun. I like that. I'd much rather have a good far kick than it drilling out the side. And I'll go talk to the target. We'll be right back. Okay, our up and down is looking pretty good, but we still need to come left quite a bit. So 8 full clicks left. Take this headset off so I can stop blasting everybody out. And let's go, like I say, 8 clicks left. That is to the right, turning that way. It is labeled right, so we want to go opposite of that. We want to go left. I'm going to do 8 clicks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Let's make it 10. 9, 10. That's 2 to grow on. I went to the left. And I'll keep my little caps. These are caps and screwdrivers all built into one. So far, I'm very happy with the way it's running. Cylinder choke on this is just exactly what it says. At 25 yards, man, it would cover a bad guy's whole chest area with 2 6-shooters and half again as much. So that's 6 and 6 is 12 plus 3 is 15. So imagine getting hit with 15 .33 caliber pellets all at one time. You better be all prayed up. All right, here we go again. Get that magazine where he's dragging off the side so he don't bother anybody. And safety is off. Now that I'm on target, safety is going off. And clamp this bad boy down some. Let's see if we can get some. We have almost no shots to the left of the bull. From what I can see right here, at this distance, looks like we've got one, maybe. 1 or 2. All right, here we go again. With the 3rd correction and pogo stick time. Oh, that was a dud round. That's not a good sign. Let's get that out of there. Haven't seen one of those in a while. That one did not want to go. Not a good sign for Celery and Bellet. That was weird. All right, here we go again, number 3. Number 3, it fired no problem. Did not pick up the next round. Probably got some trash in it. It sure did from that last round. So let's lock that in place. This is making it a little more interesting, isn't it? It had some BBs, all kinds of balls. That's not a good sign right there, friend. That shows me what I need to know about Celery and Bellet ammo. That might be good in a Remington 870 or something of that nature, but that is not so good in this gun. Wow, that really stinks. And wow, balls falling everywhere. That is not a good sign at all. So that may have been what happened that last round. It may have blowed out. I'm not sure. I will not be shooting that round. Interesting to see though. Celery Bellet makes good ammo. I've never had any problem with their ammo, but something about the way this gun handles it, it knocks that cup out. Let's go ahead and shoot one of those. And this will be the same target arrangement, so it'll be fine. And see what we can do with that one. I do like that. Put it on safe, let that go, and it went right in. All right, let's go ahead and shoot this. Have not made another adjustment, but I'd like to define this pattern a little bit better. All right, here we go. That's a good strong kick. There's no problem with the kick. I can guarantee you a 3-inch magnum will kick the dog out of you on a bench, because you don't get a chance to spread your legs or have it in a way that it can put any energy into the ground like a normal shotgun shooter would. So you don't get that. So that stock right there is eating a lot of the recoil. I know that for a fact. Going on hold. Okay, on this one we are shooting like you're in a home protection. We're done with the sighting in. We're going to pretend like we're in a home protection at about 10 yards out, and I realize that this red dot is up above, so I'm going to aim down an offset equivalent of whatever that amount is, which is about 2 inches. Call it 1.5 inches, 2 inches, something like that. And that way we can see exactly where this groups. Let's go ahead and check this for ammo. It says no, I have none. All we need on this is 1 round. So we'll give it the one round like that. Put that in there like that and see if we can just let it go with the safety on. That chambered up no problem. This gun definitely has some rough edges to it, even though I polished here and there. It just needs to be shot. These magazines have to limber up. Everything about it needs to limber up and be ready for some combat. But I'm gonna put at least 100 rounds through it before I would trust it to do very much. Like I said, we are up close and personal. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna aim, instead of aiming at the center of that bull, I'm gonna aim at 2 inches. So I know my barrel is 2 inches, approximately 2 inches lower than this scope. So I'm gonna put my red dot right at 2 inches above the bull, and that should compensate me out for that. So here we go. Wow, that is quite the powerful round, but like I said, put that on safe, even though it's locked open. Okay, that even though that's it locked it to the rear, that's good. Let me go ahead and get that mag out of there. You got to have the safety off. Get it in fire mode to get that to come to the rear. That's got something hung up in it, and I don't like that. Now we got to see what that is. Won't that be fun? Do not know what that is. Feels like the bolt hold open is a little bit tight. And we can go to safe and go to fire. And it says I'm thinking one of those balls may have fell down in there. We won't know till we get it apart and find out what the holdup is, but I would be willing to bet you that it got one of those balls hung up down inside there when that shell came apart. So that's another troubleshooting thing, something to look into, and you got to see it here first. So here we go. Let's take a look at that pattern. That's locked open and on safe. We are empty. Good on that. Let's take a look and see what we got for shells. See with what hit what. All right, let's do a little bit of an evaluation on this. First off, I will take off my headset so I don't blow your ears out. Okay, so here's the conclusion today. We had pretty good function of the gun overall. It kicked the shells out nice and wide when it did fire them. We had one malfunctioning shell that just, it was a squib load. It fired about half of the stuff out and the powder fell out on the table. I don't know what happened to the shot. We did have one that fell apart inside the gun, and that's the problem with these, I think, and even though this is a good company, but these have a little disc in there, and the disc inside there, if you hit that wrong, maybe malformed the nose of that, you can get that disc to come out. So these may run really good in a Remington 870 pump, but I would not want to bet my life on it. They might run good in a Versa gun or maybe in a Remington 1100. I don't know. I know in this gun, one of them came apart, and that was all within the first mag. So don't know. Now the gun is operating smoother. I'm not sure what it made it get so rough a while ago, other than a piece of debris off of that shell, maybe a ball that was in there that got loose. It's smooth now. I turned it over and racked the slide a few times. It's not a part sticking out inside the gun. It's not lack of grease. I got it greased good, that's for sure. So I'm going to say that when that shell malfunctioned, it let a piece of it, either that little plastic cap came off and went inside the gun, or one of the balls got in there and was trying to hang up the gun. So So what we're going to do, I'm going to be a little bit ugly with this since it mistreated me there at the end. I'm going to do a rapid fire just for fun, and we're going to make this thing behave itself in a wise military manner. That's what I'm going to do. We're going to put 3 shells in here, and these do not want to load. I have already learned the trick on this. When you go to push it back, it wants to hang up on the other piece of brass, so you can literally stick your finger down in there, hold the other shell down, and that helps you get them down in there all the way. This one does like to load from that position, so put it in like that. Make sure it's locked good. Double check your lock. Make sure your safety is on, and then operate the bolt. So here we go on the bolt. Let it go. Put it in, no problem. I'm gonna back you up just a little bit so you get to see me rapid fire this thing. At that target over there, you'll not see a target on this. Nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. I want to see what this pogo stick feels like standing. All right, here we go. And a malfunction. Not good. It didn't chamber the last round. So, got some troubleshooting to do. Let's do that one more time, just since I'm out here burning up some ammo, and see what the deal is. One more shell, one more shell. I'll burn a few more of these, just to make sure that they'll run. You do have to push that down in there or it will get hung up on the other brass. I'm learning that the hard way. We'll see this time if it will chamber around with the bolt to the rear. Safety is on. And now we'll see if we can chamber that up. It did take it, so that's good. All right, 3 for rapid fire 3-inch magnums. That is getting hot right there, so I'll come back here so it cannot burn my hand off. Okay, got rid of all 3 of those. Those are pretty hot loads. I am thankful for that, because a 3-inch magnum is a handful. I don't care who you are, who you say you are, especially when you're shooting. We're not talking about Grandpa's 9 round. We're talking about, no, not 18, that's wrong, 15 rounds. I call it 2 6-shooters and a half. So it's 2 plus half of a 6-shooter. So that's 12 plus 3, 15 rounds. 15 rounds of 33 caliber pellets. I don't know what the weight of that is. I don't think it tells you. The load, it just says 3-inch, 15 pieces, maximum dram equivalent. It doesn't even tell you. That's a handful. I'm sure glad for that pogo stick. That's good to have. Over and out for now.